What's up, members of the barrio? It's John coming to you from Las Vegas, and Sin City has bigger ripoffs than that overpriced mini bar in your room. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you the biggest tourist trap scams and ripoffs to avoid on your next trip to Las Vegas. Make sure to tell me down below in the comments if any of these have ever affected you. Here we go. We are going to start with something you need to avoid seconds after you step off the plane. The slot machines at the airport. And while it may seem fun to start your gambling right away, just a few minutes into your Vegas trip, let me tell you that these machines right here have some of the worst payouts in town. Not to mention you don't get free booze for sitting around, which to me is half the fun of gambling. So save your betting until you get to the casino. This scam is so common, it even affected me my first trip to Las Vegas, and it involves taking a taxi from the airport, and it's called long hauling, where instead of taking the local route, what the taxi is going to do is take the freeway instead, which is going to add at least an extra $10 to your bill. Watch how I handle this. How are you? We're going to Treasure Island, and I don't want to take the tunnel, I want to take SWENSON. Thank you. So remember, when you talk to your driver, tell them you don't want to take the tunnel, and if you want to get more specific, say that you want to take SWENSON or go the local route. And also, there are exceptions to this rule. If you're staying on the northern part of the Strip, let's say the Stratosphere, or west of the Strip, let's say Rio, it actually could make sense to take the freeway, so make sure to check Google Maps in advance.
Almost every single hotel in Las Vegas charges the dreaded resort fee, which I think is one of the biggest ripoffs out there. It can be up to $45 a night extra to cover such things as Wi-Fi, access to the pool, business center, not necessarily things you're going to be using during every stay anyway. And it's never shown next to the price. It's always something you're going to be paying after, even in many cases if you book with reward points. There are a couple of ways to get around it. One would be if you gamble a lot, they'll certainly waive it. Another would be if you have loyalty in a certain program. Let's use Caesars as an example. If you're Diamond with Caesars at any of their properties, you would have the resort fee waived. And then there's another way, which to me just kind of justifies things a little bit, and it's called the $20 trick. This is a city that runs on tips, and what you have to do is stick a $20 bill in between a credit card and your license when you check in, and the front desk clerk usually knows what's going on. And I did that exact thing right here at Treasure Island, and what you have to say is, do you have any complimentary upgrades available? So normally if they have upgrades available, which they usually do, they'll put you in a higher floor room with a view of the Strip, which is what we got here at Treasure Island. And on top of that, for $20, I got a bottle of champagne. So it helps to ease the pain of that resort fee a little bit, getting any kind of an upgrade. And there's actually a website that you can go to see if your hotel is a good candidate for the $20 trick. The website is called frontdesktip.com. Put your hotel in and see what your odds of success are going to be. But the $20 trick is one of those ways, again, to offset some of those high charges of Las Vegas.
You're sitting down at a slot machine enjoying one of the finest perks of Las Vegas, the free drinks. But did you know that MGM Resorts themselves have admitted to only putting 1.25 ounces of alcohol in each mixed drink, when normally it's supposed to be 1.5 ounces? So that explains why after 2 or 3 rum and cokes, you might not be feeling anything. Your best bet if you're gonna order anything at a casino for free is beer, because you know exactly how much alcohol is gonna be in it. You're walking down the Strip, it's over 100 degrees, and you see somebody selling a $1 water bottle. Now, it seems like a good deal in practice, but the Las Vegas Police Department actually did an undercover investigation, and a lot of these guys were selling bottled water that was actually filled with local tap water. So I advise you not to buy bottled water from the street. Instead, buy it at CVS or somewhere else, just to be on the safe side.
I originally wasn't going to include this in the video, but the CD guys are alive and well in Las Vegas. Somebody will approach you, hand you a CD, say it's their music, and then demand a tip. A lot of times there's nothing on the CD or even just one or two tracks, and who even has a CD player anymore? Anyway, my best advice is just to avoid these guys at all costs.
Fake monks are an epidemic all over the USA. New York has them, and so does Las Vegas. They'll approach you, try to slap a bracelet on your wrist, and then ask you for a donation to a bogus temple. They may even show you a guest book of other people that have donated before. Trust me, it's all lies. Don't donate to these guys. They're not real monks. I don't recommend you spend full price on Vegas show tickets unless it's something that is absolutely always sold out. Instead, you can check at one of the booths like here, Ticks for Tonight. You can get discounts 20, 30, even 50% if you're lucky, or better yet, visit their website to see what deals they have going on. You've got nothing to lose by checking.
This is one of the biggest ripoffs in Vegas. The casino ATM machines can charge you as much as $10 per transaction, and I know they're convenient to use, but do yourself a favor and stop by one of the many bank ATM machines along the strip to save a little bit of extra money, because you're going to need that with all the spending you're likely to do on your trip. I urge you to stay away from the casino convenience stores. They charge as much as $3 to $4 for just a bottle of water. You're better off finding a CVS. There are a lot of them all over Las Vegas. You can get a 6-pack of water for $5. And as a bonus, you can also get your alcohol much cheaper there. Bring it to your room and avoid some of those expensive minibar costs, which will rack up really quickly if you just start drinking right out of it. Having a meal on the Vegas Strip is almost always going to cost a premium. My go-to affordable spot for a quick bite is Tacos El Gordo, north of the Wynn. My favorite is the adobada, made fresh right in front of you. I order at least 3 every time. Team Adriana approved.
And it's not necessarily a ripoff, but do know that they don't work for the casinos, and they are going to expect some sort of a gratuity for taking a photo with them, something like $5. Heck, it can be a lot of fun. Just make sure to give them something for their time.
You're all dressed up with no place to go, walking along the strip, and somebody approaches you offering you VIP club passes to a bunch of the big events for that evening. They're going to assure you that you'll cut the line, and then they're going to expect a tip from you, when in reality, you could just show up at the casino yourself and pick up an early entry pass, or better yet, use a website like freevegasclubpasses.com to put your ratio of guys to girls on the website. Much simpler, much easier, and you don't have to tip anybody.
While we're on the subject of people offering you free things on the strip, be careful about free show vouchers. You may get offered them, but you have to read the fine print closely. A lot of these shows may have 2-drink minimums or extra service fees on top of everything else. So if you're gonna get something for free in Vegas, usually there's some sort of a catch. So always, always read the fine print. You've heard of all the awesome free shows you can watch on the Strip in Las Vegas, like the Fountain Show at the Bellagio or the Volcano at the Mirage. But with these shows comes really big clusters of people and the opportunity for pickpockets to roam free. So be extra careful with your belongings when you're watching any of these shows really stuck next to other people.
The timeshare guys. Somebody who's going to ask you, is it your first time in Vegas? When are you leaving? They're going to offer you free stuff, free shows, free food, and give you this high pressure sales pitch to get a timeshare to come back to Las Vegas whenever you want. If you're approached by these people, just walk away or say you're leaving the next day. Avoid all that high pressure stuff.
Guys, make sure to tell me down below in the comments if any of these have ever affected you. I'm curious. Also, check out my other scams playlist, also linked in the description. Guys, thank you so much for watching as always. Until next time.